Welcome back to Money Mastery Minds, everyone. Today, we're diving into the 7 things you should avoid if you want to be rich. These are actually really common pitfalls I see people falling into all the time, and honestly, I've been there myself. But the good news is, once you're aware of these traps, you can start making smarter choices with your money. Make sure to stick around until the end for a special call to action that'll help you take your finances to the next level. Alright, let's jump right into it. The first thing you absolutely need to avoid if you want to build wealth is taking financial advice from unqualified sources. You know what I'm talking about? That friend who suddenly thinks they're Warren Buffett after watching a couple of YouTube videos. Or that relative who gives advice based on what worked for them back in the Stone Age. Look, I get it. Everyone's got an opinion, especially when it comes to money. But the truth is, most people giving financial advice aren't qualified to do so. They haven't walked the walk, they haven't built wealth themselves, and they definitely haven't navigated the ever-changing landscape of the financial world. Taking advice from these sources is like playing Russian roulette with your finances. Sure, you might get lucky, but the potential downside is just not worth the risk. Instead of blindly following someone else's hot tips, invest in yourself. Do your own research, read books, take courses, and most importantly, talk to qualified financial advisors who have a proven track record. Remember, your financial future is in your hands, and you deserve the best possible guidance. Don't settle for anything less than expert advice when it comes to something as important as your wealth. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking, but Graham, financial advisors are expensive. And yeah, some of them can be. But here's the thing, a good financial advisor will save you way more money in the long run than they'll ever cost you. Think of it like this. If you had a leaky faucet, would you try to fix it yourself or call a plumber? Sure, you could probably find a YouTube video and try to DIY it, but chances are you'll end up making the problem worse and costing yourself even more money. It's the same with your finances. A qualified advisor can help you create a personalized plan, navigate complex financial products, and avoid costly mistakes. They're an investment in your financial well-being, and trust me, it's an investment that pays off. Let's talk about another wealth killer, paying for status. This one's a sneaky one because it plays on our deepest desires for validation and acceptance. We live in a world where we're constantly bombarded with images of luxury and success, and it's easy to get caught up in the comparison game. We start thinking we need the fancy car, the designer clothes, the extravagant vacations just to prove our worth. But here's the truth. True wealth isn't about dekava. It's about building a solid financial foundation. It's about having the freedom to pursue your passions, secure your future, and make a real impact on the world. Think about it. That flashy car loses value the second you drive it off the lot. Those designer clothes end up collecting dust in your closet. Meanwhile, that money could have been invested, growing steadily over time and building your wealth. Instead of trying to keep up with the Joneses, focus on building your own empire. Invest in assets that generate income like real estate or dividend-paying stocks. Start a side hustle, learn a new skill, and find ways to increase your earning potential. Remember, true wealth is about having options, not impressing strangers. It's about building a life you love on your own terms, not the terms dictated by societal pressures. So ditch the need for external validation and focus on what truly matters, building a secure and fulfilling future for yourself. Now, I'm not saying you can't enjoy the fruits of your labor. Once you've built a solid financial foundation, by all means, treat yourself. But make sure those treats are just that, treats. Don't let them become a crutch for your self-esteem or a bottomless pit for your hard-earned cash. Let's move on to the third wealth-killing habit, falling prey to the Dunning-Kruger effect. Now, you might be thinking, Graham, what on earth is the Dunning-Kruger effect? It's actually a cognitive bias where people with low ability in a particular area tend to overestimate their skills. In other words, they don't know what they don't know. And this can be incredibly dangerous when it comes to your finances. Think about it. When you're dealing with something as important as your money, you need to be aware of your limitations. You need to be willing to admit when you don't know something and seek out expert advice. The Dunning-Kruger effect can lead you to make impulsive investment decisions, fall for get-rich-quick schemes, and generally mismanage your money. The best way to combat this is to approach your finances with a healthy dose of humility. Be open to learning, ask questions, and don't be afraid to admit when you need help. Remember, there's no shame in not knowing everything. The real shame is in pretending you do and making costly mistakes as a result. Surround yourself with people who are smarter than you in certain areas, especially when it comes to your finances. Find a mentor, hire a financial advisor, or join a community of like-minded individuals who can help you on your journey to wealth. All right, let's talk about the fourth wealth-killing habit: prioritizing short-term gratification over long-term goals. This one's all about instant gratification versus delayed gratification. It's the classic battle between our present selves and our future selves. Our present selves want the latest gadgets, the fancy dinners, the immediate satisfaction. But our future selves will be the ones reaping the rewards of our financial discipline. It's easy to get caught up in the "I want it now" mentality. We live in a world that's constantly pushing us towards instant gratification. But if you want to build wealth, you need to develop the discipline to delay gratification and make choices that benefit your future self. This means investing your money instead of spending it on fleeting pleasures. It means saying no to that impulse purchase and yes to building a solid financial foundation. Now, I'm not saying you should live a life of complete deprivation. You should absolutely enjoy your life and the fruits of your labor. But it's all about balance. Find ways to reward yourself without derailing your long-term financial goals. Set up a budget that allows for both saving and spending, and make sure your spending aligns with your values and priorities. Let's move on to the fifth wealth-killing habit: buying too many liabilities. Now, you might be thinking, Graham, what's wrong with buying things? Isn't that what money is for? Well, yes and no. You see, there's a big difference between assets and liabilities. Assets put money in your pocket, while liabilities take money out of your pocket. And unfortunately, many people confuse the two, especially when it comes to big purchases. For example, that brand new car you have your eye on? That's a liability. It depreciates in value the second you drive it off the lot, and it comes with a whole host of expenses like insurance, maintenance, and fuel. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying all cars are bad, but if you're trying to build wealth, it's important to be mindful of the assets you're acquiring versus the liabilities you're accumulating. Instead of pouring your money into depreciating assets, focus on acquiring assets that generate income. This could be anything from rental properties to dividend-paying stocks to building a business. Remember, the key to building wealth is to have your money work for you, not the other way around. So start thinking like an investor and prioritize assets that will grow your wealth over time. Let's talk about the sixth wealth-killing habit: relying on a single source of income. This one's especially relevant in today's economy, where job security is becoming increasingly uncertain. Relying on a single source of income is like putting all your eggs in one basket. If something happens to that one source, like a job loss or a market downturn, you're left with nothing. That's why it's so important to diversify your income streams. Having multiple sources of income creates a safety net for your finances and allows you to weather economic storms more effectively. So, how do you diversify your income? Well, there are tons of options. You could start a side hustle, invest in real estate, explore online business opportunities, or even pick up freelance work in your spare time. The key is to find something that aligns with your skills and interests and that has the potential to generate income. Remember, diversifying your income isn't just about making more money, it's about creating financial security and peace of mind. And finally, the seventh wealth-killing habit: staying stuck in your comfort zone. This one's a bit more subtle than the others, but it can be just as damaging to your financial well-being. You see, our comfort zones are designed to keep us safe and secure, but they can also prevent us from taking risks and pursuing opportunities for growth. When it comes to building wealth, playing it safe can often lead to stagnation. If you want to achieve financial freedom, you need to be willing to step outside your comfort zone and embrace calculated risks. This could mean investing in a new business venture, negotiating a raise, or simply learning a new skill that could increase your earning potential. Remember, the greatest rewards in life often lie outside our comfort zones, so don't be afraid to challenge yourself. Take calculated risks, and push yourself beyond what you thought was possible. Now, I'm not saying you should throw caution to the wind and make reckless decisions. It's important to do your research, weigh the risks and rewards, and make informed choices. But don't let fear hold you back from pursuing your dreams and reaching your full potential. Remember, the only thing that's certain in life is change. So embrace it, adapt to it, and use it as an opportunity to grow and thrive. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video. Let us know in the comments which of these tips you found most useful. I love hearing from you guys. And remember, building wealth is a journey, not a destination. So stay focused, stay motivated, and keep pushing towards your goals. See you in the next video.